Roland Wiley, born in Iowa, went to school in Wisconsin, spent some time in Washington, later came out to California, then out to Las Vegas, Nevada. He also created what you're looking at now. This is Cathedral Canyon. Let's go take a walk. Check out what's left of Cathedral Canyon. This was created back in the 70s. There's that crow up the side of the hill there. Not a crow, excuse me, that's a raven. How you doing, Raven? Just hanging out? Yeah? Awesome. Well, thank you. This was the main gate, I guess, to Cathedral Canyon itself. Somewhat ornate. Eerie looking trees. This place was created for, well, I guess it was more or less a place where people can come and, well, it was a place for people to come and worship, whatever religion they had. This was a canyon to celebrate exactly that. Every religion out there. Not one in particular, but yeah. I've been out here many times. I've been taking a quick tour of what's really left. These are remnants of bathrooms that used to be out here. Power run. This place was lit at one point. You can see some of the remnants of the cabling over there. But there are, or were, restrooms. Oh, look, you can see some of the tile still left over from the day. There's a light switch. Looks like people have been using this as shelter at some point. Get out of the weather. These doors are very short. I would say it's probably 5'10". That's roughly the height of me. Remnants of a toilet. Mud dab. Or wasps, one of the two. Not quite sure. Gentleman created this on his own private land out here. It's more for public use now, but it was dedicated to all kinds of different religions, which is pretty cool. Bunch of motorcycles out here. There's not a lot left of this place. canyon itself, and just a couple of things here and there. You have to look closely, but you can find them. They used to have little windows cut in the hillside here, which would house different, I guess, shrines of sorts, or statues dedicated to different religions. I'm not a big religious person, but I respect all religions the same. People doing target practice out here. Oh, here's one of those little windows or shrines of sorts. It's almost like a framed area in which you can come and meditate, pay your respects, reflect. Christ of the Andes. You can see where it's been reinforced from erosion, to prevent erosion at least. Not much left of this one, but evidence that was here. Pretty amazing. There's rebar going up the side of this. Looks like that was reinforced at one point as well. It's very peaceful out here. Well, look at there. There's even a window up at the top, or display area at the top. So when this was up and running back in the 70s, they had power into a lot of these windows here, these display areas, that would light up whatever was in it. The time and effort that went into this by the creators are pretty amazing. There's a little bit of the stairway that used to go up to the parking lot area right there. And more evidence of erosion. This piece of block that's a little sideways there. I don't believe that was like that last time I was here. Looks like there was another display up here. Let's go take a look at this. Up here on this hillside here. This is that piece of rock that looks like it's been moved since I was last here from erosion. Yeah, there definitely was a display there too. Holding some type of religious, I almost want to say artifact, but I think you know what I'm talking about. We're staying on those stairways, or that stairway that I was showing you earlier. That goes up and around. Let's go on up. How many people have traversed these stairs? Unknown. Very windy today. However, I'm in this small canyon, little box canyon out here, and I'm approaching the end of it here. Nice little lookout. Used to be a waterfall here. This area here. More windows for displays. Heck, there's even one up here. And look, a bird has made a nest up there. More evidence. Looks like there was something here at one point. And as an example of where the power cables were, wow, they were using some heavy gauge wire up here. I am surprised that I'm seeing copper wire up here still, and copper thieves haven't come and taken all this out for scrap. It's amazing out here, how quiet it is. And even though this place is in shambles, you still get the sense of calm amongst all that gunfire in the background. There's still beauty out here. I mean, that's ready to come down. It's just a matter of time before this is on the ground. Water's just carving it out. A lot of places I've gone to are very different now because of erosion. Signs of these windows and displays. It's beautiful out here, even though it's in shambles. Love. Indeed. We need a lot more love in the world. This is just a snapshot in time of what this looks like now in 2022. Created in the 70s. Started falling apart in the 90s. I mean, this place must have been something in the day. You can see videos of this place still online. Look at Cathedral Canyon on YouTube. You'll find that. Let me go up top to the parking area and show you a little bit more of what remains here. Okay, there's the parking area over there where the motorcycles and that trailer is. And of course down there is Cathedral Canyon, which we just took a walk through. Roland Wiley used to travel out to this area quite a bit. It used to take him hours to get out here from Las Vegas because there's no roads directly connecting it to Pahrump area. That's where we're at, near Cathedral Canyon. That's his airstrip. He put an airstrip out here because, well, it took a long time to get out here, so he flew out here. He bought a ranch called Hidden, well, it wasn't called Hidden Hills. He named it Hidden Hills for good reason. Yeah, that's his airstrip. You're looking directly at it right there. There's the X5, Eminence front X5 there. He built a ranch out here. It's right over in this area back in here. We're gonna go take a look at that as well. Roland Wiley's ranch at Hidden Hills Ranch. These hills you cannot see from Pahrump or the surrounding areas until you get right about here. Kind of opens up. Excuse all the wind. Let's go check out his old homestead. We were just on the other side of this hill here taking a look at that road. But you can see why they named this Hidden Hills Ranch. It's full of hills. We're over by where the ranch homestead was at. We're gonna go take a walk through. What I'm hearing is a lot of people use this place for target practice now. There's not a lot of buildings left. Let's go take a walk. That's one of the outlying buildings here. Cinder block construction. So it had some wood framing in it as well. Some pot marks from bullets, of course. Roland Wiley. This is where the ranch was on the other side. It's absolutely stunning out here. We're gonna drop down, hopefully where it's a little bit less windy here in a second. Dropping down into the south side of the ranch. Hopefully we're gonna get a little break from the wind down here. Completely fallen in disrepair. This is pretty much gone. Looks like it was recently burnt. Look at the stonework here that's still left. Oh, and a nice stairway. Very nice. It's very possible that this was a home because it's backed up to this hillside behind us here. The prevailing winds out here are from the south, and that's the direction in which we're looking in right now is the south, so it would have been a good wind break. The stories those walls could tell, huh? Wow. A lot of trash here is mixed in with, well, modern trash is mixed in with the rubble, so it's hard to tell what was what. They said one of the buildings were made out of 2x4s. This certainly looks like that, doesn't it? Except for this slat going diagonally. Oh, there's a good hint. Right there. Also this wiring here and there, as you can see. I think that was holding up the a little bit of the concrete, maybe? I'm not sure. I wonder what was going on here. Is this chicken wire? There's a few other places to go check out. Roland was a very handy person, let me tell you. He built this pretty much all on his own. What's that? There's something right here. It says Union something. Union something company. Just in shambles. Nothing left. Appears to be porcelain here. Destruction everywhere. This place existed back in the 90s. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck was this, you think? A cellar of some sort? More signs of the chicken wire on the sides here. Reinforced with something at one point, huh? Paint buckets. Wild. Was someone using this as a bank at one point? There's a small foundation here. Another little outbuilding of Roland Wiley. District Attorney of Clark County back in the late 30s. Yeah, that wind has dropped substantially behind these trees. It's like part of a microwave. Toronto. Some kind of switch. It's the ground. Still a little bit more to see on the other side here, so let's go walk over there. Way on the other side here. Maybe there's some kind of signed concrete somewhere. Don't see anything. It's hard to believe a place like this could have been visited by a Miss America, and sure enough, that's what happened. Wow, look at that. This thing is beat up. It is melted. Like finding a little piece of the puzzle, right? That's what it seems like to me out here in Cathedral Canyon. Roland Wiley made this place, and an amazing person Roland was. Just a little story regarding a gentleman who's buried out here. Goes by the name of Quehoe. And I'll go show you the gravesite here in a second. Quehoe was a ostracized person of Indian background, Native American background. He was more of a local towards Chatucup, or what we call Nelson's these days, out near Lake Mead, near Las Vegas. He's known for stealing supplies from the miners out there in the day, early 1900s. He would steal supplies, food, whatnot, from the miners' supply cabins to stay alive. He was a renegade. No one accepted him. The Native Americans, the tribes around here, did not accept him because he was not full Indian, Native American, excuse me. The Americans did not accept him because he was a half-breed as well. So he was, caught between a rock and a hard place when it comes to that. Not his fault, though, Anyway, he went along his way, stealing, and once in a while he would kill someone, trying to stay alive, stealing supplies. He's known to be a person that's killed quite a few people, and there's good evidence to support that, but there's also evidence that a lot of the people that they say he killed, he didn't. So it was almost as if he was a scapegoat. Blame it on Quehoe, that kind of deal. Well, after a while, it kind of went quiet. No more killings happened, and some prospectors discovered his body out in the desert, in a cave near Nelson's again, just off the Colorado River. There was evidence of the things that he had stolen in this cave, and kind of validated the fact that he was at some of these locations where killings had happened. Well, what's really sad about this, not only was he ostracized back then, he never received a proper burial for a long time. He passed away in 1919. We're about to see his dates on the headstone here. Well, a gentleman named Roland Wiley, he was a district attorney in Las Vegas. He's the gentleman that built Cathedral Canyon out here near Pahrump, Nevada. He also built or bought a ranch that we're on right now. It was named Hidden Hills Ranch. And he built his homestead out here. He also built an airstrip. That airstrip is right in front of us there. A patch right out there. He built that because he didn't like the 3.5-hour drive through Sandy Valley from Las Vegas, which is pretty much in this direction here, to come out to his ranch. So he built an airstrip, bought an airplane, and he was flying in to save a lot of time. Well, the Elks Club in Las Vegas ended up with Quehoe's body. They put it on display, put it on parade. It's really tragic, but that's what they did back in the day to renegades and Doesn't seem right now, but that's what happened. He ended up purchasing the body of Quehoe, the mummification of Quehoe, what's left of him, and he brought him out here to Cathedral Canyon. There's the main entrance to Cathedral Canyon down there. And Roland Wiley buried him out here, overlooking the airstrip that he also made. He put, Roland that is, he put corn inside the grave of Quehoe and buried him right here in this outlook. That's what we're walking towards now. What's interesting though is on Roland Wiley's ranch, they've discovered a lot of ancient or old, super old, predating any kind of tribes out here. Human activity out here. Ancient man living in these areas. So along with Roland Wiley creating Cathedral Canyon, which was really dedicated to all religions, a place where you can come and meditate, reflect. He buried Quehoe here. Gave him some supplies to go on to the next life. Amazing story. Amazing man, Roland Wiley. He's my hero, these parts, for what he did here. A lot of people that come out here don't know a lot about the full story out here. Quehoe was, to me, like the Indian equivalent of Billy the Kid, an outcast, ostracized from society. Quehoe was a mutt, just like me, a man of many backgrounds. And Roland Wiley was a man who honored a lot of that. Different backgrounds, different religions, different beliefs. This is more like a shrine to all that. Cathedral Canyon. Amazing story. If you get the chance to come out here to Cathedral Canyon, just remember the bigger story. All this out here, even that airstrip, was part of Roland Wiley's dream. He's a hero in my eyes. A local treasure that I'll never forget after learning about him, Quehoe, and the ancient Americans that lived out here in these hidden hills of Pahrump, Nevada, Pahrump Valley, Eminence for X5, and Larry Word signing off.